Okay, I thought I'd just record a little piece for question 8 from November paper. We talked about part C in class yesterday, or in Essays Tute, and we lacked a little bit of clarity around it, partly because I was looking at the wrong solution, or I was looking at the right solution that I thought was delivering the wrong answer, but in fact it was okay. So when I went back and looked at it, I thought, well, this is quite a straightforward explanation, really. Okay, so the stipulation here is that girls do not sit on either end. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to plant a boy in the two end spots. And so the number of ways we can achieve that is 8c2. All right, we've got 2 boys from 8. So we're choosing 2 boys from 8. And so there's that many ways, but then once we've chosen those 2 boys, we can they can switch places. So there's 8c2 times 2 ways of putting those 2 boys, selecting 2 boys from the 8, and so once we've got those 2 boys, they can switch places. So hence the times 2. Now that leaves, so that's it, those 2 spots in place. Now we've got 8 in the middle here. Now between the bookends, we can't have the girls sitting together. Now so what we want to do is we want to count the number of ways that the girls are allowed to be placed, but it's going to be easier for us to find the ways that they can't be positioned, and then subtract from what will be 8 factorial, because there are 8 places here. So if we consider, as we often do when we have this condition that 2 people can't sit together, we block them and we look at the number of ways of being able to position the group so that they are seated together. So in this way, we only have 7 seats, 7 positions now available to us. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we can do the switches inside as well. So there are 7 factorial times 2 ways of the girls sitting together, and there are 8 factorial ways of positioning 8 human beings together. So what we have in the middle here is 8 factorial minus 2 times 7 factorial. Now what we're getting here, so it's a bit of a hybrid approach in that at the bookends, we're putting the number of ways of that we want the situation. So we're putting boys in those places because we can't have girls on those spots. Whereas in the middle, what we're doing, we're finding the number of ways of it not working and subtracting from the parent set, which is 8 factorial. So just to clarify again, we've got 8 spots in the middle here. So that's 8 factorial ways of organising those 8 people. But we're going to remove the number of combinations where the 2 girls are sat together. So we block 2 seats, 2 by 7 factorial ways of blocking 2 seats in 8. And so in the middle here we have this. So the combination of the 2, so we've got 8c2 times 2 ways of putting 2 boys on the ends, and we've got 8 factorial minus 2 times 7 factorial ways of keeping the 2 girls apart in the middle. So the total number of ways that the girls do not sit together and do not sit on either end will be so therefore we're after 8c2 times 2 times this 8 factorial minus 2 times 7 factorial, because for each of those 56 ways of placing those 2 boys, we've got all these ways here of grouping the 8 students such that the 2 girls don't sit together. And that gets us 1693440, which I believe is correct. Hope this helps.